today I just kind of wanted to touch base with you as Diamond and Diamond leaders and above about a couple of things that I'm seeing that could definitely help everybody, especially coming into this season. We've got Christmas coming, we have convention coming, pre-sales are happening here in just a couple of minutes. And I'm already hearing some reasons and excuses about why people don't see themselves going. So wanted to talk with you guys about that a little bit. And then, of course, we have, the Race to Ruby group and the Ruby Emeralds and the Diamond Double Diamond groups that are actually so much bigger than we expected them to be. But people's lives are being impacted, which is really, really exciting. So one of the things, though, that we're seeing is a lot of these people, they really want this. They just don't really know how to get it. And I want to make sure that we're taking the time to reach out to, the new distributors as they join the organization. If it's only to do a welcome call and say, hey, I'm glad that you joined the team. Want to let you know who I am. And, introduce yourself, tell your story, connect them to your team page, as well as, whatever other information it is that they need. Some people get started and they have an intention of building by social media. And then others get started and they have an intention of, the traditional network marketing build, the belly to belly thing. But whatever it is, we still want them to know that we're there for them. And we definitely want them to be connected. So God forbid, if something happens and the person that introduces them leaves or decides to do something different or has a health crisis or whatever else, they know that they have us as leaders to plug into. I know I spoke with a lady and her video, I did a Zoom with a lady, I should say, another Diamond leader. And she was saying that her first convention, the person that introduced her didn't see the value in going. So she went by herself. And then she came back that month and qualified Ruby. A year later, she went to another event, still not getting any help from this leader, the person who, I guess wasn't really a leader, but the person who introduced her. And she actually went Diamond, without any other interference, I'll say. So we want to make sure that we're there for them so that they can plug into us and what we're doing. But when we're talking about these things, these events, and whether it's a one team, one mission or a convention, we've really got to get better at inviting people, getting them to see the value and actually attending the events. I go to a lot of events, as you know, and a lot of times there are many, many distributors, but only a handful of guests. And that's kind of, contraindicative of what like the one team, one mission is about. That's supposed to be contraindicative. Is that even a real word? I don't know. I may have made that up. But you know what I mean? The whole idea is that we were bringing guests out to sample the products, to get to know the team, to get into the environment so that they can make a decision to actually join us. The challenge is we spend time announcing the events, but we're not really promoting the events. And there's a big difference between promoting and announcing. For instance, if you were to say to your team, guess what? Cammie Pentecost Dempsey's coming. She's going to do our one team, one mission. And she's got, some information that she wants to share. It's going to be Thursday at 7 p.m. Well, that's an announcement. And announcements don't really move people so much. They just give people information. Think about church announcements. But what if you promoted that same event? If you said to someone in your organization, oh my gosh, there is a lady who's coming. She used to be a school teacher and a basketball coach. And she achieved the top position in our company. I mean, earning over $100,000 a month for 6 months straight. And she's literally going to be here in our city, in Toledo, next Thursday at 7 p.m. And I know her. I can actually introduce you to her. Do you think that's a little different? Yeah, because now you're promoting it. You're promoting the story. And you're giving that guest, that prospective guest, a reason to come out, to meet a person, not go to another meeting. Most people at work, they go to meetings all day long. I know for me, when they came to me and said, hey, let's go to a meeting, I was like, I do meeting all the time. I don't want to go to another meeting. And it wasn't until they told me a story of a man that I wanted to meet that gentleman. So we have to get really good at being storytellers, not liars, but telling other people's stories and the stories of what happens at a big event. For me, it was at the green carpet event that I realized I wanted to be a part, meeting all of you, the top income earners, the top 25 movers and shakers. I mean, the whole nother level concept, and being able to shake hands with Mark and Cindy and some of the other leadership, that's really what changed everything for me. So when I talk about going to the one convention, that's what it's about. It's not about you've got to come to a meeting. It's about, no, your life will change. You know, people have met Christ at these events. People have come and gotten a real true picture of what It Works is, what the culture is, how the company operates, how the leadership moves. And outside going to one of those events, I mean, where else in the country are you going to get all of the top 100 income earners at one time, right? You could literally fly all over the country to all these different cities and meet them, or you can go where you know they'll all be at one time. And literally one tip from one person can change the face of your business and your life forever. You have to be at the one convention. So let's figure out how to get you there, right? And then we have the whole nother club, so we can make the money, create the money that way, fast start bonuses. And that's what it is to be a leader. We have to help people make a decision, find ways through and around situations that they would not normally have found their way through or around were we not there to teach them, to show them. So that's the power of promoting versus announcing. We have to remember that these events are a priority. You know, we're coming into the Christmas season. People start to get distracted. But as leaders, we have to stay on point. We have to stay focused for a couple of reasons. One, this is where you grab up market share that you would not normally have had access to, right? This is where most people are going to go on vacation, even if it's only mentally. And they're going to be thinking about Christmas gifts and travel and those kinds of things, and not so much about building their business. But if you stay focused on building your business, you're going to be leaps and bounds ahead when January comes in. And we know that January is one of the biggest months in the seasons that go with our business and our industry. So let's begin to really focus on helping our teams to make the decisions different than what they normally would. For instance, in one of our Ruby groups, there were some people who said, oh, well, I can't go for this reason, or I can't go for that reason. And I said, well, I hear what you're saying, but let me tell you the reasons why you should be there. And then you make the decision, because, you know, we're all grown people. But I'm not going to take your excuse, because I had reasons why I shouldn't have gone to my first event too. I mean, I had bills and a mortgage and 3 kids and, you know, a car note and gas and grocery bills and all those things, just like everybody else. I mean, I had responsibilities at a job, which was why for a lot of times it felt like I couldn't go to the weekly events, but I made a way. Why? Because it was important to me. And that's what we do. We make a way for those things that are important to us. So we have to help them to determine what's important to them so that they can find their way to that event. And that means that we have to get to know them. We need to know why they're here, what they hope to create, what they want to change in their lives or the lives of the people that they love, so that we can say, look, so-and-so did it, you can do it too. This is where you meet them. This is where you can hear their story definitively. You know, it's not just about you got to be there. It's about helping them see the picture, paint the picture, having them to rely on our belief in them and in the system and in the event so that they would go in any case. Don't take it for granted that people are going to be there. Pick up the phone, make the individual calls, and promote the events as they're coming. Whether it's a one team, one mission, promote why it's important to get your guests there. If these are prospects that you're talking to, promote to them the fact that they can get some information that changes their lives. If they decide not to do it, then you know what? They've spent 45 minutes, they got information and a great product. Whatever, just make sure you get good at promoting. Think about this. Think about it like this, and then we'll move on. Don King has made billions of dollars in the fight game. Have you ever seen Don King in a fighting ring? He's never taken a punch, never thrown one in a ring for money. However, he is or has been in the past one of the best promoters of the fight game ever. And that's how he got to be successful. So promotion is crucial and key in our business. We're not talking about convincing people. We're talking about giving them the information, promoting the event, and helping them to get there if they want to get there. Don't convince them to do it, because you have to convince them to do everything. And that's not what we're looking for. Amateurs convince. professionals, we just sort. We're looking for the people that are looking. And I know that as I was building my organizations, the people that got my attention were the people who showed up, the people who were plugged in, the people who were playing the game full out. That's how you decide where you spend your time, since we have such a limited amount of time. And remember, every time you talk to someone, somebody's buying in every conversation. So don't allow anybody else to sell you on the fact that it's okay for them not to show up, or it's okay for them not to do the steps to success. It's okay to be a real leader with okay, for instance, when I came to this company, and they were like, oh, we just want you out there. We want you to be able to, love on the field, let them know how important they are to us, kind of share and take the family's heart out. And I said, okay, well, I love a little differently, right? I'm not that sappy, crybaby kind of, oh, it's okay, pat you up, love. I am the suck it up cupcake, let's go. We got stuff to do. Because everything that you've been through and are going through, somebody's been through it, got through it, grew through it, has written a book about it. You can read and shortcut your process, but they got through it. So sometimes we just have to pull on our own internal fortitude and let's rock it out. Or if you don't believe and have faith that you can do it, I know you can. Believe in my faith. You believe me, right? Okay, well then let's do this. So sometimes it's not about a pet up. Maybe it's about, you got 5 minutes to cry about this. I'm going to listen to it for about 4. And then we're going to move on. We're going to move past this and start to address the real issues here. Okay. So it's okay to be that type of a leader. And I know that we love each other and we all care, but sometimes caring has to have a little tough edge on it. We used to say that in this business, you can't have baby butt skin. You have to have rhino skin, and realize that, things are going to happen. Everybody's not going to say yes. Some people are going to say no. Some people are going to say no really harshly. But it's just all a part of the process. So understanding the personality types and your personal personality type will help you with that. This is a people business, and it's about getting out there with the people. I would love to see us bringing more guests, more blitzing, getting more people plugged into the process. Definitely at a minimum, making sure that we're all planting seeds that can be harvested at a later time. I know a lot of people said that their hundreds list got depleted with the $9.95 special. Hopefully by now, we've all got that list repopulated so that we do have inventory in terms of the people that can come into our business, because it is a people business. I'm really sad that I can't be with you in Ohio. I definitely love you guys and look forward to seeing you super, super soon. Have an amazing event.